Volunteerism Actor and was guided to retool my skills and abilities and work with my colleagues so that together we now offer clean cooking solutions to the community.
The dryer takes shorter time, so their work mostly is rice. That's what they do, so it's going to take a shorter time to dry.
I am a rice grower, and at the same time, I'm a businesswoman.
There in the farm.
All right, and what would you say to the innovative volunteerism youth who built these dryers?
Okay, to the innovative volunteerism service,
yes,
we can say God to bless them abundantly,
yes,
so because they have helped us very much.
All right, thank you very much, Tabitha.
As a youth who has retooled my skills to now make the clean energy briquettes, I am very happy to continue making solutions. And it has helped me myself because apart from the marketing degree that I got in campus, now I have other things that I can actually make with my hands, and these are things that touch lives. I have extra skills and I am very, very happy to be part of the solution. Thank you.
Let's embrace innovative volunteerism. Away, Eziko.
Rise up. You and me are the solution to these challenges. Oh yeah. Rise up. You and me are the solution to these challenges. Oh yeah.
Innovative and volunteerism, food security and youth unemployment, climate actions and selfless solutions. These are things that we need to engage for. When I lift up my eyes, I see people still living in affliction. Mothers and children go to bed without food on their table. Youth unemployment, the biggest statistic. From headlines every in Africa. Climate change impacts us in everywhere. Whether it's flood or drought, making millions helpless, my brother. This is an emergency that threatens the future, and we must address this together, Africa.
Why Africa doesn't come look way? From north to east Africa, west to south, Central Africa. I can see the youth standing up, using their talents and skills to change challenges to opportunity, using the power of innovative volunteerism, which is their tool, your tool, my tool, ayo.
Volontaire innovant. Read more in a book, Making African Work Through Innovative Volunteerism by Dr. Richard Munang.
Oh, I wish you believe me, yeah. Rise up. You and me are the solution to these challenges. Oh yeah. Rise up. You and me are the solution to these challenges. Oh yeah. Oh, I wish you believe me, yeah.
Not do.
Hey, yo lo. Yelelelele. Yo lo. Hey. Yelelelele. Everywhere I look, anytime I see you, all these certificates in their hands, waiting for jobs. Now I remind them today. The time for blame them. remembering the words of the scripture in the parable of the talent, knowing that the creator of heaven and earth are way to reward those who selflessly apply their talent to offer value to him by being useful to fellow man and to punish those who bury their talent.
This is innovative volunteerism. It is for you to make a difference.
Okay, on the mix. I am Steffi Maingi, an innovative volunteerism actor, and today we are here at Kiawaruhuru to install a solar dryer for the Kaki Water Women Project. This is the solar dryer that they were using, this drying center. But then because of the number of people coming to the drying center and the amount of produce, it was not enough for them. And Kaki being a group consisting of 60 members, including the community members around here, the drying center became small. So
hello and welcome to the Innovative Volunteerism Voices on the Mindset Sport. Today, we are discussing innovative volunteerism, actions that are taken by youth across the entire African continent, turning environmental challenges and climate change challenges into opportunities. And so we're bringing to you first-hand action from these young people across the continent who are dedicating their time to learn skills, to retool themselves and become useful to the community. And so you will be listening to these actions, and these actions are testament to the fact that innovative volunteerism is inspiring young people across the entire African continent. As you listen, please share ideas, drop comments, and ask questions where you need clarifications. For now, you listen to how innovative volunteerism is happening.
it led to them not coming to the drying center. This is the solar dryer that they were using, this drying center. But then because of the number of people coming to the drying center and the amount of produce, it was not enough for them. And Kaki being a group consisting of 60 members, including the community members around here, the drying center became small. So it led to them not coming to the drying center because every time the drying center is busy. And the whole point of bringing these drying centers is to ensure that all farmers within the community are able to benefit from the solar dryers and are able to cut on post-harvest losses and do value.
As you can see, you are seeing young people here carrying out climate action solutions. And if we look very critically, this practical step here is actually a solar dryer that have been fabricated by young people. And it's been delivered to communities to dry their food so that at least they can reduce post-harvest losses. Just listen very carefully how the process and how it's getting into the community.
Addition. So
Having known that prompted us to fabricate a solar dryer for them, and that is what we are here as innovative volunteerism actors to do today, so that we can ensure that the Kaki women, as 60 members, with the various value chains that they're planting, like greens, cassava, arrowroot, there's maize, there's beans, and they also have a seed bank, so they need to keep on planting and getting more seeds. That solar drying center is going to be enough for them, while this drying center here will continue being used by the other members of the community, meaning that Kaki women are going to benefit from the dryer, and the rest of the members of the community are also going to benefit from the dryer. And it is a very positive thing because it shows growth. It shows that the solutions, the clean energy, climate action solutions that we have created are being embraced by the community, and they are seeing the value of it, whereby they're able to cut losses, generate more income, and do value addition. So stay tuned as we go through the fabrication and as we interact with the Kaki Women group. Thank you.
And you can see as the work is being delivered, you can actually see this reality playing out very carefully, where young people now are actually trying to use what they're doing to be able to solve community challenges. And what you are noticing here is the process of decentralizing climate action solutions to the community. Because the reality is that if you tell a mother in a community about climate change, that doesn't really matter to them. What they want is a solution to address the challenge. And unless we start delivering these solutions to the communities to address the challenges and turn their challenges into opportunities, we might not be able to build transformational resilience. You continue to listen.
Hello everyone. My name is Steffi Maingi, an innovative volunteerism actor. This is not the first time that I have interacted with Kaki Women Group. We've had meetings so many times, and I am very happy that anytime I call out for a meeting, all of you avail yourselves, and it is because you're dedicated to the work that you're doing and this solution that we are bringing to you. Last time I was here and we spoke about how we are going to bring another drying center here, because that other drying center has become very busy. And as the Kaki Women Group, there is what you plant as Kaki in the farm, and there is also what all of you plant individually, which showed that dryer is not going to be enough for all of you. And that is why we built the dryer. And this is also something that all of you have always wanted. And we saw that it is high time we bring this solution directly to you, because we know that you're going to benefit. We already know that you do value addition. I've bought dried greens from you before. And I also know that you do value addition of cassava and many other produce. And the fact that you farm organically, that is the biggest sellout for you, because most people are looking on how they can eat healthy, and apart from farming organically, now is the food dried well, is it value added, and which is what the Kaki Women Group is doing. So we are very, very happy as innovative volunteerism actors to work with all of you, because we have seen the impact that these solar dryers have had on the group before, and also most of you have attested to the benefits of cutting post-harvest losses and now value addition. So it is going to be very exciting to continue now working not only with the whole of the community, but now as Kaki Women Group having your own drying center. All of you are familiar with the dryer, and I know that it's not all members who usually come. So what I'd urge the Kaki members that are here, call on to the other members to come and use this drying center. And apart from that, we all know the importance of hygiene in the solar dryer. So we are supposed to make sure that we maintain high standards of hygiene, as we spoke about last time, and that there is coordination and that there is data collection, because that data being collected is what helps us improve on these solutions. If we get the drying data, because there are moisture meters that have been provided, so if we get the data of who is drying, the quantity, what they are drying, it helps us to know how efficient the dryer is. So it is very, very important. And you volunteered. She was chosen to do the data collection. So I'm going to liaise with her on exactly.
As you can see, the explanation on how climate action solutions are supposed to be implemented, it's not just decentralizing them to the communities, but the most important thing that can be done to bring impact to scale is, once an action is decentralized to the community, the next step, as communities are utilizing these to address the challenges of post-harvest losses, in this case, utilizing climate action solution of solar dryers, what needs to happen is that data needs to be collected. The amount of time it takes to dry in a solar dryer, for example, needs to be documented. The amount of money they make as a result of drying their food needs to be collected, because that data now then gets fed into informing policy. And this is actually something that has been missing in the adaptation terrain. And now we are changing this through the work we do, practically using realistic solutions to address community challenges and documenting the socioeconomic dimension of this. So adaptation become a socioeconomic solution to the challenges that we face. Continue to listen as this get explained.
The kind of data that we want, and so all of you should cooperate with her when she's taking the data. And all of you should really encourage to come use the dryer, because there are charges to using the dryer. It is just you coming and putting your produce, doing value addition. And as I had discussed, we will be buying cassava from the Kaki Women Group, whereby we make our products. We have the pure cassava flour, and we also have the Uji flour, whereby a number of members bought the flour last time. So we will buy cassava from you. I also saw that you're testing millet and sorghum. So if you plant that in plenty, that is something that we also buy, because we use it to make our products. So apart from bringing the dryer for all of you to use, there are additional whereby if you plant and dry the aspects, now the value chains that we need, like cassava, millet and sorghum, we will buy it from you and use it to make our products. And I saw that most of you are interested in those products, which is part of value addition. So all of you should feel encouraged. If you want to buy, if you want to also sell the product, you can talk to me, you can talk to the chair lady, the treasurer, and they're going to liaise with me. But what I want is that we work together. This drying center should be very busy. You all wanted a drying center, right? So data should be coming in. Don't let your maize spoil in the farm or in the granary and it's not fully dry. Your cassava, bring it to the solar dryer. That is all I would want to say, and just to emphasize on the fact that that data is very necessary. So we're also going to do interviews to hear from some of the members, how you feel this dryer is going to benefit you as members, how you're going to bring in other members, just to make sure that all of you are benefiting. Thank you very much.
I'm Pretty Mwangi.
Yeah, I am Pirete Mwangi, and I'm happy that you have brought the dryer to us, because as the Keki women, we have been farming grains, and most of the time they get spoiled because there was nothing to dry on. But now we are happy because we shall be drying our vegetables, our cassavas, our bananas in this dryer. And so I'm happy I myself, because I will be also coming to dry my own produce here in this dryer, and so I won't be having any shortages or losses.
For yourself, the transition from the excellent work that the young people are doing, retooling their skills, using what they have, not what they expect to have, because this is the difference. You can only get what you don't have by using what you have. And I keep emphasizing this, especially to the young people, because the challenges that we see are disguised opportunities. And you can only be able to make a difference, build yourself, create opportunities, build wealth when you address a challenge in a community. And that's what the young people are doing. The women group that you see here, called Kaki Women, had a challenge of post-harvest losses. And what did they need? They didn't need complaining. They didn't need blah, blah, blah talk. They needed a solution to reverse the post-harvest losses that they are facing. And what was the intervention? The development of a simple solar dryer using local material. And the result of that, the young people did not only stand and complain and blame government. What they did was they retooled their skills. They learned a skill to start using locally available material to develop a solar dryer that can then address the challenge of post-harvest losses that was being faced by the community women. And you can hear firsthand from them how they're excited to get this tool. And then they're using this now to reverse post-harvest losses. You listen again.
Thank you.
Na tumefurahia.
I'm Mary Wangeshi, Kaki Water Project. We are very happy because you have brought us this dryer, and we have the benefit because before you used to use a dryer in another area, and which was not beneficial to us because it was already, it had many people are going there to use it, so we didn't have enough space for drying our crops. But now we are happy we have enough and sufficient place to dry our crops, whereby we grow cassavas, we dry cassava, like me, I dry cassava, bananas, we have vegetables, and we are happy because where you dry cassava vegetables, where you lose the nutrients through the sun, here you won't be losing, otherwise you'll be having the minerals intact because there is no direct sunlight. So we are happy. That one is an added value because even health-wise, and whereby we get and the money where we sell them as fresh, so many people like it. And our health grow, and also our health are so good because we don't lose anything. And we don't even lose what we grow, even in the rainy season, whereby we get much of vegetables because they all come, we will be bringing them to the dryer, whereby they will be drying as if they are fresh, and we have nothing to lose. But financially, we will be having money in our pockets because there are no losses. With that, we are happy because we are stable, feeding, and also pockets are also stable. We also know that through the cassavas where the waste products don't go away, we know the briquettes which are brought about by the waste products of cassava. Therefore, even we don't have fading trees. Therefore, even the environment is very conducive because of what we are doing. For that, we will be healthy, our children will be healthy, as we will be healthy, and we shall have a healthy nation. And with those few remarks, we are very happy about what you have done to us.
I'm Mary Wambui Mureithi.
Just before we move to the next explanation of how the solar dryer is helping the community women, what we are noticing is a gap that is being closed in the community. And I'll keep referring back to this. We have to close gaps. The argument sometimes that climate change solutions need to start from scratch is somehow not right. What we need to do at every level, because the argument is always government needs to do this, government. Yes, of course, government needs to play its part. They need to put incentives in place. They need to put enabling policies that can then be able to spur entrepreneurial opportunities. And if you look at every government in the African continent, because Africa is actually a leader when it comes to climate change policies, all of them have actually put in place what is called a nationally determined contributions. And these are simple plans that can then be able to drive an enabling environment to then implement agricultural actions that are working with nature, not against nature, to put in place clean energy solutions that are helping address challenges. For example, in the NDC, the nationally determined contributions that each and every country, in Africa, 98% of every country have ratified. Most of them are now ratcheting up these ambitions to move forward. It's not government that implements, it's ordinary citizens like you and me. If you look here, Where is government here? We are seeing non-state actors, women in communities, excited with the solution that has been brought by the youth who are still part of the non-state actors. So they are playing their part. What if you and me learn a skill to address these community challenges rather than sitting and blaming, and then use the data from this to make the case that, look, we the youth have made a solar dryer. It is helping mothers in a village reduce their post-harvest losses by this percentage. We need a policy to then be able to put incentives in place to lower the cost of fabrication of simple solar dryers. That is what every citizen needs to do. And then the government needs to give tax rebates to such materials to those young people who have enterprises that are doing this. This is how we drive transformational development, with everybody playing his part, with government playing his part, and the communities are playing their part. And once they embrace the solution, then they help in providing data, and at the same time, we use them as case studies to make this become the norm and not the exception. Let's continue.
Kaki Secretary, we are very thankful the day today because we have already got the dryer from the Volunteers group. Thank you for the work that you have done unto us. And we will make sure that I, as the Secretary of the Kaki Water Group, we make sure that the community and the whole community will advise them about the dryer. So we will make sure that we have so many members to use the dryer so that they will be helped by us. Thank you.
Oh, my name is Jane Wanjira Waroy. I am the chair of the Kaki Women Group. First, we are very thankful because we have been brought the dryer which we have been asking now and then. We have been given and advised of how to use this dryer. We promise to this helping group that we shall keep that promise, and also we shall put more effort to farm the things that we shall be bringing in this dryer, those which shall be helping us. We have also been under another advantage of planting cassava. We will plant more cassava in our area so that we will be bringing it in this dryer and several things like arrowroots, vegetables, and etc. We are so happy that after planting the cassava and we are harvesting, we have a ready market which will be selling and have an advantage of getting funds. We are glad that we shall be earning funds through drying, for we shall not be misusing our vegetables, and always our vegetables will have somewhere.
Let's take a break, and when we are back, we will continue with that.
To be kept. We are glad also to know that we shall be having packages, and so we shall be packing our vegetables, our cassava, arrowroots, and all bananas, which we shall be drying in this dryer. So we are thankful, we are very glad, and we argue to be coming and still be coming to us to help us and to see how we are doing in this dryer. Thank you, and God bless you for giving us a nice smart and wonderful dryer. We had another dryer, but it was far away, so it was engaged in some more people. So we are glad that we have another, and we shall be glad for it will help the surrounding community in our area. God bless you and do you mighty.
I am Anne.
You can see for yourself the feedback that the community women are giving as a result of the climate action solution of solar dryer that has been delivered to them. And when a need is actually addressed, when a challenge, when a gap is addressed, people own the process, they own the product. And that's how climate action solutions, once they start showing meaning to the communities, that will become the norm and not the exception. And once community embrace it, then impact will be brought to scale through the lens of socio-economic opportunities. Let's continue to listen.
Install a solar dryer for the Kaki Water Women Project.
Have grown and also our health are so good because
which shall be helping us. We have also been added another advantage of planting cassava. We will plant more cassava in our area so that we will be bringing it in this dryer and several things like arrowroots, vegetables, and extracted. We are so happy that after planting the cassava and
come and dry their produce there. And so I'm grateful and thankful because the Innovative Volunteerism team have decided to bring this dryer unto the Kaki women so that it will be of great help unto them. And I believe that because this dryer has been brought here, these women from the Kaki women group will benefit from it, and also the community surrounding them, because sometimes it was very hard for them to bring their produce in the drying center because it was always busy. And so as from now, I can see that the Kaki women group will never lose their produce. And also, when it comes to the financial status, they will improve in their economics and their finances, because when they dry their produces in this dryer, they will be...
Did you hear that? The socio-economic dimension, and this is really something that we cannot miss out when we talk about climate action solutions. Value to the community. Value to the community from the perspective of addressing the challenges and closing the gaps. Each and every one of us must be able to tell, of course, the changing climate is one of the most monumental challenges that the world has ever faced. Yes, it is. It is manifesting itself in drought, like in the Horn of Africa. Today, over 23 million people have been affected. They have been displaced from their home in search of opportunities, in search of food that they are even unable to find. These people across the continent to the Sahel in the western part of Africa, to floods that we're seeing in the southern part of Africa, what is the point? People want solutions. The changing climate discussed through the lens of socio-economic opportunities makes meaning because people want solutions. If you tell a hungry child that he or she was given food yesterday, that means nothing to that child at the moment. So what's my point? Adaptation solutions must be tailored towards addressing socioeconomic challenges. And that is why the women in the community in Kirinyaga, the Kaki women, are showing their expression of excitement and joy because they've had a tool that is going to reverse their post-harvest losses. Imagine that across the entire African continent, we're losing 48 billion US dollars each and every year because of inefficiency in the entire agro value chain. Why? Because we do not have the solutions in terms of adding value, in terms of reducing this post. But to devise those solutions, they must be climate resilient, not emitting into the atmosphere, and at the same time ensuring that at least we can also devise this from local solutions, use local inputs. And that's what these young people are doing, using local material to make solar dryers that are helping farmers reduce their post-harvest losses. And this is what policy should create an enabling environment to uptake. And this is where we also need public-private partnerships, where in the counties, or in the communities where these actions that our youth are leading through the spirit of innovative volunteerism are happening, we need governments or county governments to then partner with these young people to then upscale these assets, solar dryer assets, so that at least every community can have a solar dryer as an opportunity to reverse post-harvest losses. I can see Tameka from Burkina Faso saying that thanking us for the work we do, and saying that the passion about Africa is clear, that we do work around climate and soil health in Burkina Faso. Thank you very much for tuning in, Tameka, and for the good work that you do. Climate change is with us, and we must be able to do the work that bring transformational change in people's lives, and at the same time ensure that at least climate action is pitched as a socio-economic opportunity. And this way, the number of people will be picking it up will be much more, and then we will build more climate resilient for people and planet. Thank you very much for that. Now get back again. So you listen to the women, the Kaki women, who are explaining firsthand about the solar dryer and how it's going to be very, very helpful to them.
Keeping them their seed bank, and then after when the season is dry, they will be sending their produce. And also, the CAC women group will also encourage the other people in the community. And those people from the community, as they bring their produce to dry in this dryer, they will also be benefiting, and also there won't be any losses in their rice. And so we are grateful. And I'm also grateful because I will also be coming to see what is going on here, so that everything will run well. Thank you.
So we have finished fabricating the solar dryer. This is the solar dryer that we have just fabricated for the Kaki Women Group. And it is the structure is the same as the other dryers that we've been fabricating, plus the addition of the chamber, and you can see the extension of the chamber, which is going to make sure that heat is circulating everywhere. So the Kaki Women Group are already familiar with using the solar dryer because there's another solar drying center that they were using. They're very familiar also with using the briquettes for the chamber, and we've gone through the training on how to do it. And from what I have picked today is that the Kaki women are very happy that the solar dryer has been brought close to them, whereby their farm is just right ahead where I am, and it will be easy for them. Once they harvest, they bring their produce right to the drying center. And now that they have this dryer, there won't be any commotion of going to a drying center and finding that the drying center is busy. Now they have this dryer close to them, and it will be very easy, just to ensure that as much as they're going increasing their value chains, now they will also have a sufficient place to dry all their produce, do value addition, and fetch more money, because Kaki Women Group farm organically, and then they do value addition, like for greens, they sell dry greens, dry cassava, which we are also going to be buying from them, so that we can also do value addition from our end of cassava, doing cassava flour and composite flour, which is uji flour, composed of sorghum, millet and cassava. So they're very, very happy that the dryer has been brought here. Now they know that the losses will be reduced to close to nothing, and apart from that, the financial impact that is going to have on the group is going to be great. Now they're going to even fetch more money because they have ready market from some of the value chains that they're going to dry in the dryer. And apart from that, also to the other clients who are buying from them, they know that they're going to have a consistent stock. There won't be a time whereby we did not have time to dry, or rather we did not have space to dry. Now they're going to have consistent stock of even seeds, whereby they store in their seed bank. So it is very exciting to interact with them and to work with the Kaki Women Group. They have really embraced the solution, which is the solar dryer, and I look forward to getting data from them so that we can continue also learning about these solutions that we create, to even know the efficiency and to continue improving. As innovative volunteerism actors, as we continue interacting with them, the community, and getting this data, we will continue to create solutions, make our solutions better, so that we can do climate action. Thank you very much.
This is what innovative volunteerism stands for. This is impact. This is action. This is inspiration. This is what we must do. Because every little action we undertake matters. Climate action is our own fierce agency of now. And every action we take to help a mother put food on the table and more money in more pockets matters. That's what innovative volunteerism is all about. Ushering and inspiring young people to become solution providers, to turn climate change challenges into opportunities. That's what we are seeing. And that's impact. That's climate action. And we must all usher ourselves to turn challenges into opportunities. That's innovative volunteerism.
Let's embrace innovative volunteerism.
Yes, let's embrace innovative volunteerism and willingly avail ourselves to learn a skill to turn the climate challenges into opportunities. We've heard how young people are devising solutions to address community challenges. They're not sitting, folding their arms and complaining. They're doing what they can do and generating data that they can use to push for policy changes so that incentives can be provided. And that's the kind of mindset change that we need to drive. On this mindset spot, where we discuss innovative volunteerism solutions and examples where innovative volunteerism voices are heard on what has happened, you will be learning how we are driving this across the entire African continent. Remember, we have to each play our part regardless of what we do, because we do not have planet B. Because the solutions to the economic challenges that we face across the entire world and in the continent will only come through leveraging climate action as a socio-economic opportunity, climate action as a business opportunity. And that's how the jobs for the young people will be created. Can you imagine 13 million young people getting to the labor market each and every year? Where will the jobs come from? There's no government in the world that can create those kind of jobs. It means we need to use a kind of a system thinking approach in which incentives play a role, but at the same time, remember, even if you are given 1 million incentives, if you don't have a skill, they will be meaningless. So we need to focus on retooling our young people's skills in turning agricultural waste to fuel briquettes, in fabricating solar dryers so they can reduce post-harvest losses, because you can only compete from your position of strength. And Africa's strength are her youth, but her youth that are skilled. Because a person skilled is 4 times the value of produced capital and 15 times the value of natural capital. So skills retooling is actually the underpinning pillar of innovative volunteerism, but focus on turning challenges into opportunities. And with this, we will continue to discuss these aspects here as we look forward to you tuning in every day as we discuss these innovative volunteerism solutions. The mindset spot is your spot. So that was it for today, showcasing innovative volunteerism solutions and how climate action solutions are turning community challenges into opportunities. You heard firsthand. That was it for today. I'm your host, Richard Munang. See you next time.